are taking a look at how warmth in winter is helping homeless youth in Philadelphia. Hello and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Candace Kelly and I'm joined by Councilwoman Blondell Reynolds Brown of Philadelphia, and she is also the Council Majority Whip. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So this organization started because you actually were hitting the campaign trail and you noticed something. And actually this is an initiative that you started.
That's exactly right. Well, statewide there are about 9,000 children and youth students who they're not able to sleep in their own beds at night. And while I was traveling on the campaign trail in 1999, I was struck by the number of mommies standing on corners 7:30 a.m. in the morning, holding their little ones in the cold with no hats or gloves on their fingers. And I made a commitment that if I was fortunate enough to get elected, I would do something about that.
And you did just that with this initiative, Warmth in Winter, where you do collect hats, but you do a number of other things. Tell me more.
Yes, we collect new hats, new mittens, new scarves, and new gloves from October through the holiday, and then we pack them up by number and by age and gender for the close to 35 homeless shelters, transitional living shelters around the city, and we invite them all to the school district of Philadelphia and then have a morning experience of entertainment and fun and distribute all of those new hats, new mittens, new scarves, and gloves to those children.
And I'm betting that because you show somebody cares, that they're opened up to new resources in terms of actually trying to get into a home or some type of shelter.
Absolutely. It's an opportunity for us to bring smiles to their face for sure. And because it's a holiday season, we provide books. I'm a former teacher, so books matter. And we give, every child leaves there with a book as well.
Wow. And just some statistics that are really interesting. Compared to house youth, homeless youth are 5 times more likely to carry a weapon to school, 3.6 times more likely to be injured in a fight at school, and the list goes on. But certainly when it translates, we're not just talking about shelter, we're talking about what it does ultimately to Philadelphia and the state.
Indeed. It's a trauma experience for children. It's a trauma for parents who are not able to provide a stable, warm bed for their kids. And so whatever is happening with children in comfortable circumstances is exponentially more traumatizing for children and youth who are in homeless shelters. When it comes to students just in high school, 1 out of 20 high school students are living in temporary homeless situation.
When you speak to these people, what is it that they tell you in terms of how they got to that point and what they need in order to get out?
Well, too many of them, their families are in crisis. Typically, it's a result of domestic violence. It may be something like a fire, the loss of a loved one who's responsible for taking care of the home. So they're typically trauma circumstances that move those families to a place where they're just helpless and needing the city to step in and be responsible.
During the holidays and certainly throughout the year, you look for volunteers. Tell me what you request of a volunteer and how people can donate the hats and the mittens and the books.
Terrific. Well, anyone who's willing to donate new hats, new mittens, new scarves, new gloves, or books are welcome to call my office at 215-686-3438. We have well over 24 locations around the city where you can drop those off, including my office, room 581 City Hall, and there are a number of participating churches, a number of participating senior citizen centers. So there are many opportunities to give back in this way.
And obviously this is something that you're very passionate about. What have you gotten from it, being a part of this, by actually seeing something and doing something about it and now still seeing the results?
13 years later, I will tell you this never gets old. When you see the faces of those kids and the hearts, the thankful hearts of those parents there at the school district building, it simply reminds you, A, of how blessed we are, and B, how we really do have to give back every chance we get.
And hopefully people will be giving back when they see you today.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
initiative. I'm Candace Kelly for Comcast Newsmakers. Thanks so much for joining us.